Hello and welcome to Riot. I'm your host Tisa, and this is
May May.
And today we're going to talk about how our week has been going with our self-quarantine.
Yep.
How's it been for you, baby?
It's been good and bad. It's a process, and we're getting through it. What about you?
It's been good, except I am starting to get antsy to because I haven't seen my parents in 2-3 weeks, and that's hard for me, and I just miss my family, and I have you guys, and we're getting frustrated with each other. There's too much time being together, but yet Sindel continuously is up our asses.
I think that's the nature of Sindel, though. If we could cuddle her for the rest of her life, she'd like that. I would have no patience for it. She's a cuddle monster from birth.
Oh, they're gonna say from hell. But yeah, at this point, just need air. Alone time.
Or why don't you go for a walk?
I can barely walk.
Why don't you kick everybody out of the house?
I'm not kicking you guys out of the house. I'll just fucking be alone somewhere.
Okay.
But I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to ignore you or I don't love you. It's just that we have been together for 2 weeks nonstop.
I make sure that I get my time.
Yeah, but you get your time, but then I wake up.
You know how I get my time? I wake up before everybody else.
You wake up before everybody else anyways to go to work.
I know. But that's the only way I get my time. Because I know that if I'm home, I'm not alone.
Well, if I wake up before everybody else,
well, why don't you go for a drive?
Everybody is still awake.
Why don't you go for a drive?
Or you're awake. I'll figure it out.
Well, it's an option. You can go for a drive all by yourself. You can go drive and go get Starbucks and go wait in the line that's all the way across the fucking parking lot.
I would rather not waste gas or money. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
That's all. Just kidding.
I'm not trying to deprive you from alone time.
I know.
Just saying.
But I'm just saying, I don't want you guys to think that I don't love you.
Or I can go to bed and then you can come to bed when you're ready.
But I love coming to bed with you.
I know.
Because we talk and chit-chat.
We do.
And have our time because the kids are up our asses all the time.
Welcome to parenthood.
I've been a parent.
I know.
It's never been this bad.
When have you been quarantined?
Being stuck at home with kids with no money, that's being quarantined.
Economically quarantined?
Yeah. You're beautiful.
Even with hair dye?
Yeah.
Since I'm not going to work, I've decided to dye my hair and then to have fun with it just because there's no reason not to. Yeah. I don't work at a government building right now. I'm working in my office downstairs.
I try really hard to get it done right, but it's
okay. I'll just dye it purple and nobody will know. It'll be dark enough.
Okay. Sorry for sounding so gloomy and what I was saying about just need to breathe. I love my family. I love them. But we need a little break from each other because the kids aren't in school. So they're here, so I'm teaching them during the day.
I think everybody is having the same feelings, though. I don't think it's just us. I think it's a universal problem. I think that's why I get up and that's why I maintain what I do, because if I don't, I know that my headspace isn't okay. So you need to make sure that you carve out the time for you and make that a priority, because if you don't find the time to carve out and make that about you every day, you will never get it. Make that a priority. Do you understand?
Yes, baby.
Are you going to do it?
Yes, baby.
Okay. Make it a priority. Because if you are not there, if you're not okay, if you're overwhelmed, if you have cabin fever, then it's on you to take care of it. Nobody can take care of it for you.
I think it's just a mindset, because usually when we're just home, I don't feel this way. But I think it's because I don't have that option to leave.
I know.
That's the only reason.
Well, make it a priority to make sure that you get time to take care of yourself. You hate it when I say that, but it's true.
I know. I tried really hard to get your hair after Sindel put stuff in it.
It's okay. I'm not even mad about it. I'm going to cut everything off before I go back to work anyway. It's playing. I'm
Can
playing
you have
with my
me
hair right
be
now.
in charge of your hair at all moments?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Like, she wants to dye the purple, but like let me go over it.
Okay.
Like right then and there, because like it wasn't still wet when I started putting stuff in it.
We'll do that. That's fine.
Because you're gonna have like these really cool spots on your hair.
So do you want to talk about what happened this morning? Because that was really powerful.
What happened this morning?
We had to get out of the house to go get food.
Well, we didn't have to, but like...
We didn't have to, but Sunday morning we normally go to brunch. And Sindel hasn't been out of the house in 2 weeks. So we thought we'd drive up, go to pick up food, and bring it back home. And go to Starbucks.
But Starbucks' line was all the way to hell.
It was through the parking lot.
So we decided not to go there. But on our way back from getting our food, this Mexican food that's okay, it's alright. It's not like the best.
But it's the closest food to us.
And, I pointed out a van that said free hot meals. And so, Mando was like, let's go talk to them. I was like, and do what? She's like, give them a donation. So we pulled up to them. And Sindel said she wanted to give them the money, so we rolled the window down, and she was like, we don't want a meal, but we just wanted to give you a donation. And the lady said, thank you, and asked if there was anything that we wanted to pray about. And so the 5 of us, her husband, and the 3 of us in the car, prayed
for our parents. And it was beautiful. I mean, I haven't been to church in a very long time, but I know that I'm not a big person for religion. I don't know of many people who are, but I do appreciate the feeling of being in a community and worshiping the Lord and feeling His presence there. And that's what I believe church is. And even if it was a community of 5 people, the Lord's presence was there, and I cried, and Tisa cried, and you know, it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And I'm really glad that we got to have that moment in the middle of everything that's going on. And I'm glad that there's people out there who's willing to do that and not put any limitations on it, and just be like, I want to share my faith with you in a way that is kind. Just kind. It was good. It was a really good experience. I think it was a good experience for me, and I think it was a good experience for Sindel to see, even though she's young and she doesn't quite understand everything that happened. Right?
Right. Because she doesn't really know much or talk much about religion, so, or spirit. I prefer not to say it was God's presence, but that's your faith.
It's not necessarily... I don't necessarily believe that God is an omniscient person that lives above us. I believe that the spirit and the universe and the knowing is an energy that runs through us, and that when more than one people come together and worship at the same time, I think its presence is a little bit more known, but I don't think it's ever not there. I think it's always there because it's running through every single living being. So it's always, always there. But when you get together and you make it a point to worship the same thing, then its presence is known and felt a little bit more. That's why I do what I do, so that I feel its presence in the mornings.
What do you do in the morning?
But it's basically a long prayer, because I journal and I write, and I specifically write to the universe. And I write letters to the universe, and I say, well, this is what I feel right now, and then I get my answers in the written form. So as I'm writing things, and I'm like, I'm not sure that they're coming from me, but they're in my handwriting, and it's always an answer to my prayer that I had written before. It's amazing. It's miraculous. Every morning is a miracle. That is why I do it.
What is that called?
Writing to the soul.
No.
Well, that is what Julia Cameron calls it in her book.
Oh, God, what is it called? It's called something. Something not about that. It's just called...
Are you thinking of the, like, supernatural thing that's...
Yeah.
And it's not that either.
But you don't even know. You don't know what it is, because you said that you don't know what it is, that you don't even remember writing it. You just write it.
I know. And then it's answers to what I have. I'll find out what the word is.
But anyway, I do need to find a time and to fucking take care of myself.
It's called automatic writing.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, then that's what I do every morning. And it's okay. Because I don't need anybody to understand it as long as it brings me peace, and it does.
Okay.
So you're going to find time?
I'm going to try to, because I'm going to have to, because I'm going to fucking kill myself. Not literally.
Okay, don't be melodramatic.
I'm going to lose my shit. How's that?
That's better.
So, anyway, I this week had a meeting with a client that I might be caring for because I joined the home healthcare field, and it was a little scary for me because I'm a germaphobe, and with what's going on right now in this world, I walked in and my contact for the client was sick, and they're like, "Don't worry, she just has a cold," and it was scary. She was like yellow and coughing and sniffling, and it was just like scary for me. And I just wanted to come home and like burn my clothes and shower in hot burning water so I don't die. Because I'm a germphobe, and with this shit going on now, if you cough, I'm gonna look at you crazy. Because when it first started happening, when this whole coronavirus stuff started happening, we were at our staycation. Remember?
I do.
And there was
Chandler.
In Chandler, and
oh yeah, and you did look at me like, and then
there was a bunch of Asian people there for what is it called? Conference?
Something.
Yeah, at the hotel that we were staying at, and I was nervous, and I know that's semi-racist, but they were not from.
We don't know where they were from, though. They might have been from other places, not necessarily China.
They were.
Okay.
You know how I could tell?
How?
I know things.
Oh, okay. I'll take you at your word then.
I know things.
Okay.
I drink and I know things.
I got you, Tyrion.
I smoke and I know things.
Mm. So, yes.
So, what else has been happening?
We watched some pretty trashy shows this week.
Oh, yeah. That was on your podcast.
You want to talk about Tiger King?
We watched Tiger King this week. And
what did you think about Tiger King?
The first
two episodes.
The first 2 episodes, like, we were just looking at each other like, is this real?
For real? Is this real? Is this real? Is this man
and, like,
real?
We just kept looking at each other with our mouths dropped and just, like, in shock of this whole fucking show.
It's crazy.
Crazy shit.
I don't even know.
Yeah, but then like, everybody's pissed off about the producers and the director and the people that put the movie together. Everybody that was in that show are pissed off.
Because they're humiliated.
Yeah.
Because they didn't show it in the light that they said they were going to show it, so that they participated.
Yep.
And then it was salacious because you can't make money on a show that's going to make heroes and bad guys. I feel like the producers had a good story, and they told the story in a way to make it a good story. And I think they got their point across that what's happening with the tigers and everything is not cool. But it also showed that there's a bunch of crazy people. Not crazy people, just people that, I don't know, are misaligned? I don't even know.
They're touched.
Touched by something.
They're touched. Well, with my family, when we say that they're touched, that means they're missing something.
Oh, okay.
They're like a wire's crisscrossed or something.
Yeah, everyone in that show, every single person in that show, every single person.
A wire was crisscrossed.
Yes.
And then
except maybe Saf.
Who?
Saf. The girl who was missing her arm.
I thought she
but even she's crazy too, because she went right back to work.
Yeah. because she didn't want the fucking